This is the sleep system I use for keeping me warm down to about 15 degrees Fahrenheit, and basically consists of this down sleeping bag, which is rated for 0 degrees. I suppose I could survive that cold, but I haven't really tried it, and I don't think it'd be that comfortable. I use these wool pants. They're just kind of compressed, very small wool shirt, and these two pairs of socks. These are just some cheap artificial socks, and I wear these wool socks next to my feet. I have a pajama bottoms that I take with me as a second layer in case I get cold, but I never really use it. All of that sleeping bag and gear will fit in a bag like this. I also have this wool hat I might use if my head felt cold for some reason. This thing only works really if you have it zipped up all the way, so you really can't move around too much. And your whole home, in a sense, is this little layer of warm air around your body, but it's very comfortable for sleeping. The big problem is what to do with the 3 or 4 hours of darkness that you're not asleep. If you're not going, I try a lot of stuff like hiking around in the dark and so forth, reading books. I got this Kindle. Actually, it's a Barnes and Noble reader, black and white. Battery lasts forever. Stores a lot of books. You can read a bunch of things on it, but you kind of have to get partly out of your sleeping bag to read. You can't really read inside of the sleeping bag, and so you can listen to music on something like these headphones inside your sleeping bag. That would work fine. But really, the problem I have is I like to do things in a little more active way, so I have like this guitar, which is what I really would like to, you can see the guitar abuse taking place here. But just think, this classical guitar gets to go out and have fun, get dirty, spend time outside, unlike the other kids, I guess. Let's see, it's even got this repaired tuning knob here, made out of a sliced off piece of a broomstick. But that's losing the point here. But what I really need would be something like a virtual reality system. I think that would, because just something to go right over your eyes, and you could look at the screen and you don't have to hold it away from your head like this, at arm's length or something, which is kind of hard to do. You can use a headlamp. I keep these around. They're like absolutely the best for reading and so forth. But the problem is, it's perfectly comfortable sleeping, but it's a bit confining for those few hours where it's dark, and I need a new invention. I need a virtual reality system for to spend my time with, so I can live in this small sheath of warm air in my tent. But I'm definitely not going to die or anything from cold. And normally I take this small tent, the one-person tent, plus one of the 20-inch by 48 inches mattresses, which will stuff into a very small volume. In fact, this bag here, which is a bag for originally for a large mattress, will actually hold my tent and the one mattress. And since the mattresses are so small, a lot of times I'll take two. And those mattresses can be used you can lay them against a rock or something and use them as a chair or something. So they take up a small amount of space. The wind's really blowing my three-man tent around. I don't use this three-man tent that much, because except for a case like right now where I'm camping out of my car. So I got all this junk in here, and I put this heavy duffel bag just throw that in the tent because it's something heavy. Makes it harder for the tent to blow away. But overall, I have all this natural stuff which compresses very small, like the down sleeping bag and the wool clothing, which are the size to warmth ratio is really excellent. So everything next to my body is this natural material, like wool and down. That seems to work really, really well. And layers. And I even have a certain margin of error, safety margin, in case it's colder than I expect.